The Clever Donkey and the Mysterious Thorn. It was a beautiful morning. The sun had just risen above the hills, and Donkey Gray was already up and trotting toward the small meadow behind the farm. That hill was his favorite place, full of fresh, tender grass and blooming wildflowers swaying in the wind. Birds were chirping happily in the trees, and Donkey Gray hummed along as he munched on the grass. La la la, what a wonderful new day. But Donkey didn't know that behind a thick bush nearby, a pair of hungry eyes were watching him closely. It was Grey Wolf, sneaky and starving, who had wandered all night without finding a single bite to eat. Hiding quietly in the shadows, Wolf licked his lips and thought, what a perfect breakfast. Donkey was still nibbling happily, unaware of the danger creeping closer. It wasn't until he lifted his head after finishing his meal that he froze. Just a few steps away stood the wolf. Donkey's heart skipped a beat. But instead of panicking, he took a deep breath, quickly came up with a plan, and suddenly cried out, "Ouch! Oh no, my leg!" Wolf stopped, puzzled, and stepped closer. "What's wrong with you?" Donkey lay down dramatically, holding his leg. "I stepped on a big thorn. It's stuck deep in my foot. If you eat me now, the thorn might get stuck in your throat, and that will hurt a lot." Wolf blinked. He didn't want his breakfast to come with a painful surprise. Still, he wasn't sure if Donkey was telling the truth. "You're not trying to trick me, are you?" Donkey whined and looked miserable. "Why would I? I can barely walk now. Please help me take the thorn out first." Wolf thought for a moment and then said, "Fine. I'll be nice, just this once." But as soon as the wolf leaned down to take a closer look at the thorn, wham! Donkey kicked with all his strength, right into Wolf's face. The wolf tumbled backward, groaning in pain. Before he could react, Donkey bolted away, galloping down the hill and weaving through the bushes as fast as his hooves could carry him. While running, Donkey muttered, "Phew, that was close. Good thing I used my brain." When he got back to the farm, he told everything to Rooster and White Goat. They gasped and cheered. "Wow, you're not just strong, you're super smart." And as for the wolf, he lay on the ground moaning, realizing he had lost 3 front teeth. Embarrassed and angry, he grumbled, "Stupid donkey, tricked me good." From that day on, the wolf never dared come near the farm again, and Donkey Gray became a little hero among his animal friends. Moral of the story: when facing a tough situation, the most important thing is to stay calm and think smart. Cleverness and quick thinking can help you escape danger. And remember, don't just believe everything others say, always use your own mind to decide. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to subscribe to Bilingual Stories for more gentle tales in English and Vietnamese. See you again next time. Bye bye.